Good morning, campers. Happy Monday. And you know what it means? Masculine Monday. So let's do a reading for a beautiful collective of divine masculines. How is the collective doing? How are you doing? We're going to start from reading your energy so you know this is your collective. And I just want to remind you guys, I feel guided to remind you that we are in a very important energetically a moment of not just this year. We're shifting. Energies are changing. We've been closing a 9-year cycle. We've been still in a state of shedding, the year of snake, shedding, closing, learning lessons. The past weeks, months for some has been brutal. I've done a video about this throughout the weekend. You can watch that because we experienced a beautiful new moon in Capricorn on Sunday. So the energies are shifting, the energies are calming down, the energies are, we're bringing the madness of lessons and being all over the place and not knowing what to do into more of a clearer vision as we're getting closer to Imbolc and to New Year on February 17th. So let's give it a go. Let's see how is this collective going, what you're going through. I wanted to say in one sentence. So let's go. What's the energy of this collective? How are you feeling, our beautiful masculines? How are you feeling? Seven of Pentacles. That's sort of there's a reason I was guided to bring it up to you in the beginning, because Seven of Pentacles carries this energy of collecting the fruits of your labor, but it's also this energy of stopping before the harvest season, stopping before planting new seeds, stopping to look back and to see and to evaluate. I'm hearing. So maybe you have been feeling recently like you look back to evaluate certain thing, your growth, your progress, your change. I'm hearing mistakes as well, certain mistakes in your life. I always invite you guys not to look at the past as mistake. Okay, mistakes. Every moment of our life is perfect, is divinely orchestrated. Every moment brings opportunities to grow, to expand, to learn, right? The polarity of good and bad, right? Good and evil, darkness and light is an illusion of this physical world. Everything is what you choose it to be. So when we look back, I invite you to start training your mind to see more lessons, learnings, reflections of things within you that still need attention, rather than I shouldn't have done it, there was a mistake, right? It's everything is a lesson. But that's nice. Having that in your energy as your opening card, it's really nice. Let's see what else. What you're thinking about, what you're contemplating on. We have strength. That's really beautiful as well. Maybe you are feeling that's something that you, if it's a right collective, you would be thinking about that you are stronger than you were before. I'm also hearing a different understanding of strength, right? When we're wounded, especially wounded masculine energy, distorted masculine energy, perceive strength as something physical, perceive strength as power, perceive strength as the ability to forcefully execute certain things in life or change certain situations. Whether as we grow, we understand that strength is the strength of the heart, is the lion heart, is the strength of our spirit. It doesn't exist without compassion. It doesn't exist without the deep inner belief that I can rise from any situation. That's true strength. But I feel with that Seven of Pentacles that it's not that you're only realizing that, but you're also noticing that you have grew stronger, that you are stronger now than you've been before. Maybe there is something for some of you. It just came to my mind with that Seven of Pentacles 7 years back. We're actually closing a 9-year cycle, but maybe there are certain things that's a timeline that you sort of go back. It may just be a detail for some. 10 of Wands. Let's do one more to close your first row. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. I'm feeling there may still be something that you need to close energetically, I'm hearing, in your life. 10 of Wands is about feeling heavy, feeling burdened by certain things. I'm sort of hearing it in two ways. So one way being that will be something that you're contemplating on, because you are in a moment of reflection, you are in a moment of contemplation, you are in a moment of, I'm also seeing a 4 of Swords, which is a pause before taking action, right? So it's like, let's really evaluate. I do keep hearing this evaluation. It's like you're evaluating yourself. It's like you're evaluating your journey, your past. You're evaluating, I'm hearing on one hand, like I said, certain things that in the past were burdening you, and now you see them differently because you have built strength. However, on the other side, there are still certain burdens that you would feel you need to release, that you would feel you need to deal with, I'm hearing. But it's a good energy, because 10 of Wands brings this moment of closure. It is releasing something, right? And with the 9 of Cups, I'm hearing that it's actually is your energy. So you would be, I'm feeling for this collective that it's like you're in a place of your life where you couldn't say that you're not happy. Okay, you couldn't say that you're not happy. You understand certain things, certain truths of life. What does it mean to be happy? You can alchemize joy, right? You can, there's a reason I was also talking about that everything is neutral, depends of how we look at it. So maybe you also really embody that energy, right? In the sense of, you trained your mind to look at certain things as opportunities and as lessons, instead of like things that are happening to you. They're not happening to you, they're happening for you. So you are able to find contentment, I'm hearing, in life. But there's something missing. 9 of Cups is not 10 of Cups. There's this 1 cup missing. And that's what I'm hearing. And also maybe contemplation of what is happiness. Let's continue. What else is in your energy? What? The Star. The Star is beautiful. The Star is beautiful. Again, I'm hearing two things with the Star, and it's also making me feel that maybe you started to look at things from different perspective. So maybe in the past you had I don't want to say it in a way like narrow-minded, but it is what's coming to my mind. Maybe in the past you were someone that you would look at things in a certain way. That's what it is, because, right? And now you've trained your mind to always find at least one different perspective, at least one other way of looking at things. I was hearing with the Star that you would be on some sort of a journey of healing, whether you consciously call it that way, but looking back in your past years, you would realize that there have been years of contemplation, of self-mastery, I'm hearing, self-study as well. Releasing certain things, cleansing certain things, trying to get it right, I'm hearing, trying to do certain things better, be better, improve, which is beautiful. But what I was also hearing with this Star is about that wish come true. I am hearing for this collective, what is it that I really want? Maybe you're trying to figure this out. What is it that you really want? What really, that ultimate 10 of Cups, that final cup. Aquarius is coming to my mind as well, so maybe you are an Aquarius. It can be a detail for some of you, so it means that you would have birthday soon. Six of Swords. Six of Wands, very beautiful. Let me do one more. What? Do you want to take these or it's too many? Let's take them. Page of Wands and the Magician. Beautiful. Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Maybe there's something that you want to say to someone, something that you want to offer. Come forth. I was seeing emotional offer, emotional maturity as well. This collective, you would have matured in the past emotionally, and you would see that, you would notice it in your life, in your actions. But what I was hearing, okay, so with this Six of Swords, we have two sixes, so maybe that's relevant as well. 66, maybe you're seeing that a lot. Six of the Six. Law of attraction is coming to my mind. Law of reciprocity as well. Maybe one of the biggest lessons of your past or your past cycle was that what you put up is what you give back, right? And the karma doesn't necessarily return to us in the same moment, in the same situation with the same person, but what you generically offer to others and to this world is what will always be reflected back to you, right? Maybe that's something that also been on your mind. But I feel this collective, you know, and you understand that you've built throughout those past years, you've built more strength to make better choices for yourself, to say no to certain things that don't resonate with where you want to go. And oftentimes people, when we're wounded, I don't want to say especially masculine energy, but it happens a lot to you masculines, especially on this journey. You have a vision of where you want to be, let's say in 10 years, 15 years, right? Or whatever that is for you. But what you're not understanding, that everyday choices that you make are not getting you closer to that vision, because everyday choices matter. Everyday choices, what we do, what we eat, what we do with our day, who we talk to, who we spend time with, how we react to certain things, conscious choices, they connect us to different timelines, right? So I feel you understand this better. I feel you would feel that you have more strength to say no to certain things. To say, and I don't know why I'm hearing as well, to say no to temptation, to say no to say no to certain things that disrupt your peace, disrupt your vision of future, disrupt your momentum as well. You would be set up for success, this collective. You would feel subconsciously that something new is beginning. You would feel it in your gut. You would feel that a new chapter of your life is about to start, right? So it's I feel it strongly, so it would be indication for the right collective. If it's really your reading, you would feel it, whether you understand it or not, that something new is about to start, that a new cycle, a new chapter, right? And you would have this mindset that you're going to decide what it's going to be. It's this ultimate switch that I often talk to you guys about, from a victim of faith, that many masculines suffer from this mentality, towards master of your destiny. It's the understanding that certain things are destined and certain things are meant for us, but if we continuously choose the wrong path for ourselves, we're not going to get there. Destiny is not one predestined timeline that you're going to be forced to live. There's a variety of options for all of us. And it's in everyday choices to reach that highest, most aligned timeline. I feel you're setting yourself up for success. It's like you want to enter this new chapter, cycle, I wanted to say, with a conqueror mindset, with a successful mindset. With I will make good choices for myself. I will be the master of my destiny. I want to do another row. And then maybe we'll do guidance. We'll see what is it that you need, this collective. Temperance. Temperance is beautiful. To have the temperance with the star. This collective, those past years, there's a reason I said 7. It may be from 7 to 9. To some of you, it may be shorter period of time, I'm hearing. But you will really be in this window right now of looking back. 555. So maybe you are going through some sort of a change. And they're showing me death card as well. So change and transformation. But you would understand, maybe you haven't seen that before. Maybe something happened that helped you realize in the recent days, I'm hearing, that you really done a lot of work. That you really healed a lot. And I'm hearing tests, and I often explain this to you guys, that tests are really opportunities for us to show that we are who we say we are. Because oftentimes people say, they wander around saying, oh, I am compassionate, I embody wholeness, I support others, and then they test it and they fall into a trap of like envy and pittiness, and right? So tests are opportunities for us to show that we are who we say we are. So maybe you have recently been tested and you reacted to a certain situation in a way that is completely different to how you would react in the past, years back. And I'm not just hearing react in a sense of different response, but also it felt differently. It felt lighter. It felt easier because you've done a lot of work. Because you've done a lot of healing. Temperance is also balance and peace. When we embody the energy of temperance, we're unshakable. We're allowed to have emotions, but it's like she has this beautiful lake of cleansing waters, right? In traditional tarot, it's like you have your cleansing ways, right? You're gonna have a moment of maybe feeling something, going through something, but you know that you're gonna return to balance. You're gonna return to peace because you understand why things happen. The meaning of life. Very nice. 6 of Swords and Strength. I want to do the pink ones for you as well. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. I'm hearing a learning with this one. There's a sense of pride, but in a good way. It's like you're feeling proud of yourself. You should be. Looking back, sometimes this is why we also always should be grateful for those tests. It seems like certain situations in life create a lot of challenge or are very uncomfortable, make us feel uncomfortable. We go through that emotion, right? And oftentimes we get upset, we cry. But then once we get out of that cloud, it's an opportunity to see that, wow, if it happened years ago, I would not handle it that well. I would not snap out of it that well. It would completely shake my world or turn it upside down. It's like I've learned and I want to continue learning. It's really nice energy, you guys, what I'm picking up. It's like this understanding that I've already learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I change because I chose to be strong. I chose to observe things. I chose to open my mind to learnings. I chose to step away from certain things. But in the same time, so like pat myself on the back, but in the same time, the humble understanding that I want to continue to learn, right? And it's beautiful because many people on this journey of, self-reflection and spirituality, to some it happens in the beginning, to some it happens after years, but they often fall in that spiritual ego. It's, I know so much, I've healed so much, I've been doing this for so long, I was like, now I know better than everyone else. But this collective, it's like, that you've learned a lot and you're embodying beautiful energy, right? So far there's not a single challenging card, this 10 of Wands that we have to release, but it's beautiful energy. But you also understand with humility that life is a lifetime of learning, that we're going to continue to grow, that we're going to continue to learn. That's what I'm hearing, which is beautiful. And we have that Knight of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. So maybe there is something that you want to express to someone, offer. Maybe we'll connect to your joint energies as well. Let's see where this reading takes us. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. And that's on top of the 10 of Wands and 6 of Wands. I do feel like there is something, there's a reason that came to my mind. There's a reason I said literally before that we're going to tap into your joint energies with a person connected to you. But I feel this collective, you want to move forth with something. I'm hearing that you feel the passion and the push arising within you and within your body to take action. You will feel that. It's this moment in our life when we are in a state of surrendering, when we are in a state of this belief that we're always divinely guided on our journey, right? We surrender to that guidance. And the guidance comes in forms of, yes, sometimes there's signs and synchronicities and the universe is speaking to us, but ultimately the final guidance arrives through your body. This is why I always teach you guys how incredibly important it is to practice mind and body connection, soul and body connection, to practice and to have certain spiritual practices. I'm making a series about spiritual practices. It's going to start today. So if you're interested, come back in the afternoon, in the evening. I'm going to post my first episode. But how important it is to do certain practices that help us to, no matter where we are on our journey, my universal belief, even when we're pro, even when we've been doing this for years, even when you are a spiritual teacher, especially, to always make sure that your physical body is in tune with your mind and with your spirit, and especially with your spirit. So the ultimate guidance arrives through your body, whether you should do something or you shouldn't do something, right? And I feel this collective, it's like, maybe you even feel it in your body, that there's a spark, this wand within you, right? Coming from your solar plexus, rising above to take action towards something. And with that 6 of Wands, I'm hearing that it's not just that you want to be successful, you start to believe that you will be successful. But there's something that you want to release. There's something, we're going to ask what's still that burden. Maybe we'll do a separate spread. We'll do maybe my oracle deck to tap into that. But I feel that there's something that you just want to release, close, before you take action. Let's do one more. Eight of Pentacles. And it's funny, you guys, hanged one at the bottom of the deck. So there may be something that you're still sort of like keeping on pause, waiting for something to happen. But it's funny because we've opened your spread with Seven of Pentacles, and we're closing it with Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is mastery, is sort of a I'm hearing polishing the last things. You would be this collective, truly, you would really feel, we all are in between cycles right now, right? Even if you're not closing a personal 2-year cycle, we are confirmation, we are in between 9-year cycles. And this collective, you would literally feel it. You would feel like something is closing. The old version of you that served its purpose is dying. It's this in between, before rebirth. You're looking back to really assess, what have I learned, how much I've healed, to understand that there are chapters on this journey, there are stages on this journey, but we can grow constantly, we can expand constantly. And it's truly a failure, you guys, if we reach, my universal truth, if we reach a moment in our life when we say to ourselves, I know it all, I don't need to do anything, I don't need to learn, I don't need to expand, I don't need any teacher, I don't need any teachings, that's a true failure. We never know it all. There's always something we can learn from anyone, because we're truly one. Whether we shouldn't be seeing the linearity of time and of life as an illusion. It's a constant spiral. We're all equals. We just meet ourselves in the different places of that spiral, right? So there's always something we can learn, even if the illusion says that someone is behind on this journey. That's why I always as well teach you guys, there is no behind on the journey of life. There is no behind. We just meet ourselves in the different places of our spirals, right? And there's a reason it's coming to my mind, and I feel this collective, you have a wisdom to truly understand that there's certain things that you still want to polish, there's certain things that you want to make right, I'm hearing, before you embark on this new journey and this new chapter, that you would definitely feel that it's coming. I want to do two things. I want to do these to sort of confirm your energy. So let's do maybe 4 to confirm your energy, and then we're going to do what's burdening you. Self-respect. That's really beautiful. Number 28. So maybe it's an important, whether that's a date or I'm hearing age. Maybe you were 28 when either your journey started or something important started in your life. Confirmation. What I'm hearing with this one, remember we've mentioned that you sort of look back, how much you grew, how stronger you are, that you've done all this work. I feel it may be for you that it's really one of the first moments of your journey that you're really patting yourself on the back. Maybe for a very long time you were constantly expecting more from yourself. You were not understanding what you understand now, that this journey never ends. It's not about to, it's not meant to end, right? The end is when we shed our physical body, right? As long as we're alive, we always should crave opportunities to grow, expand, learn, improve ourselves, right? I feel that remember we said that something happened, that you realize that you've done things differently. I feel it also ties to how you look at yourself, how you love yourself, how you respect yourself. So maybe something happened that you acted from a place of true self-respect. Maybe you didn't allow someone to disrespect you, or someone disrespectful opinion to influence you, to influence your path, to influence your journey. I know who I am. The Gardener. The Garden. Sorry, it's actually the Garden. There are 2 cards in this deck. The Gardener and the Garden. The Garden. The Garden. It's beautiful. I always, when I explain the divine journey to you guys, and obviously there's variety of ways to look at it, right?